This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so let's start. Uh, like, so today we will be continuing with the sessions. So today's day one. So today we'll be mainly looking into the introductory part, like what introduction more on the chaos engineering to understand some fundamentals and basics of chaos engineering, and also we will see one simple experiment using Gremlin, just quickly how you can start an experiment, how you basically configure Gremlin quickly onto a host. Okay, so that let's see. Just sharing my screen. Yeah. So last session we were seeing on the, like, we stopped at this slide where we were seeing the history of chaos engineering. So if just quickly, if you see, chaos engineering started with a tool called Chaos Monkey. Okay, so Chaos Monkey, basically it was introduced by Netflix when they were trying moving on to cloud, like they were moving on to AWS. So that time, Netflix introduced the tool Chaos Monkey. Then what they did is, the Chaos Monkey had a limitation that could be used only to shut down the nodes. Like the attack which it supported was just to shut down. Like you can shut down a node or restart a node. Only that's it. Okay, it doesn't give you much of any other attack. Chaos Monkey. So they wanted other attacks also, like latency, or like let's CPU utilization. So for those also they created one tool. Like for example, for latency, they created chaos, like similar, they created chaos Kong, chaos Gorilla, like different tools they created, and they gave all that tools together name a Simian Army, because Simian means little bit related to monkey. So Simian Army they gave the name. Now this chaos monkey, they released it on GitHub. Okay, so that even others also could use that. When they were moving on to cloud, they could do the experiments on cloud using chaos monkey. So this way chaos engineering gave, like I can say, that was the first time when chaos engineering became very popular, because everyone could use it. Now, the person who founded Gremlin was an employee in Netflix. He left Netflix and started Gremlin. And Gremlin is the only paid tool currently available in the market, reliable one, which is explicitly for chaos. Now, what is chaos engineering? Let's try to understand it little deeper by the definition. So, chaos engineering is the discipline of experimenting on a system in order to build confidence in the system's capability to withstand turbulent conditions in production. This is what the definition is. Okay. So, this definition is very important to understand because these are some keywords which forms the foundation of chaos engineering. Okay. So, first of all, we have experimenting. So, why, anyone, can you guess, like, why are we saying it's experimenting and not testing? Any guess? Anyone? Nilima, Joseph, Mohan?
What was the question, please?
Yeah. So we always say experimenting in chaos engineering, not testing. So any guess, like, why we say that?
Experiment is like just trying to see the outcome.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So here we don't have an expected outcome. Okay. So we can't say it's a testing. Okay. So here we are looking for what will be the outcome, but we don't know what it will be. What's expected? There is no expected outcome. So that's why we are saying it's experimenting. Chaos engineering is all about experimenting, because whatever we are doing, we might not know what we are getting back. Okay. So we are not looking for an expected outcome. We are looking for some uh, hypothesis, we call it. Hypothesis means okay, this could happen. Try to see like whether it is really happening. Okay. And also on a system in order to build confidence in the system's capability. So what do we mean by this is, for example, you are applying a new technology, and if you don't test it, or we can say, let's say, I want to, like, there's a new DB, let's say, or new technology, new programming language, Go, let's say. I want to apply this Go programming to my application, or like I need to develop that application using Go programming, but I don't have any specific or tool, or like, let's say, which can say that Go programming is reliable and my application won't break down in production. But if I have a tool which can say, okay, this is, you can go ahead with it, and in production nothing will happen. You can easily choose the Go programming. So there you are building confidence in the system's capability, and you are quickly adopting new technologies, right? So that is how chaos engineering helps you in building confidence in the system's capability, right? So first of all, it's an experimenting, and it also builds confidence in the system's capability. And last is, it will look for how your system will withstand the turbulent conditions. So here withstand is not failure. Okay. So because in chaos engineering we are not speaking about failures. Now what happens is, like, generally we get confused with failover and chaos engineering. So if you take failover, anyone heard about failover? Like what generally what they do in failover testing?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah.
I can answer.
Yeah,
So,
go
for
ahead.
example, due to any reason, a microservice got down. So, and it took a minute or a few time to come back. So, what will be the behavior of the system in that?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
believe that we check
Hmm.
in failover.
Yeah. So there is a slight difference in failover. So the thing is, in failover, we are more worried about whether your system is withstanding the failure. So withstanding means like nothing should happen to my system when that failure event is occurring. Okay. But in chaos engineering, what we are worried about is the recovery. So though your system fails, like let's say my system fails and it starts giving 500 error, okay, or internal server errors or timeout errors, it starts giving me those errors. But after some 5 minutes, the system itself recovers. So there's a difference between system itself recovering and we making it to recover. Okay. The system itself recovering is like it has some mechanisms to bring up that pod, or bring up that system, right? So that we will see, like whether your system is able to do that. So that is what our main objective in chaos engineering is all about. Okay. So here we are more worried about recovery rather than whether it's able to withstand the failure. It's more about recovery, how fast it will recover. So here no one will say that your system will not fail. It could fail, okay, but how fast your system can recover from that failure on its own. So the keywords to that is, first, recovery, and on its own. So recover on its own. Okay, so that is what is all about chaos engineering all about. Okay, we need to test that. We need to find out, that's our objective, whether our system is able to do these on its own and recover. Okay, and if it's not, we have to fix that. And we means like using including the development team and all, we need to fix that, and we need to retest it. Okay. Now, controlled and planned chaos experiments. So, what do we mean? So, basically, in chaos engineering, there is a notion like we can do anything, but it's not anything. We have a specific plan, okay, an objective which we need to plan and we need to execute. It's not that we can run any chaotic experiment and justifying, okay, this could happen in real time. No, there has to be a clear justification. Okay, this is what is happening, and this is why you are doing this, and what's your objective behind doing that. What unpredictable failures? So see, generally chaos engineering, when you define a test case or when you are planning something, what you generally do is you look for some unpredictable failures also. See, what happens is in production, if you look for all the predictable ones, sometimes the unpredictable events also occur, right? So you need to have a little bit of an imagination also. Okay, this could happen in production, so we can do it. Okay, now preparing engineers for failure. Again, chaos engineering helps you in preparing engineers for some events. Like for example, so what do you mean by that is, like let's say there is an outage in your production. Okay, and the outage is caused by order microservice, let's say. Now this specific event when it occurs, how should be my chain of command, right? Like chain of command means how should the point of contacts react or respond to this event. So if that event doesn't occur, we can't test it. So what we do, we create that event and we test how my team will respond or react to that event. So that is how chaos engineering also helps in training your team, right? You can use chaos engineering for training the team also, like how the team will react or respond to an. Next is preparing for game day. Next is preparing for game days. So game days we will see what are game days as we progress. It's nothing but when you run the test in production. So that days we generally call game days. So how you prepare for that game days and all, using chaos engineering you can easily understand and you can implement. So any question anyone till now in this slide? Right. Yeah. So now to put it in a little simpler way, a little bit more on what all other things chaos engineering can do. First of all, it will help you to improve the SLAs. It will help you to fortify your systems, means like your systems will become more reliable, and you can build and move fast, means you can adopt new technologies faster. Okay, so that's what build and move fast is, because you have something to test the new technologies. So you can easily build and move fast compared to your competitors. Building confidence in the system, obviously, because you can test everything, so you will become more confident in your system that you can increment further, okay, the technologies or even the business cases. Okay, and reveal weak points in your systems and building assurance that you can still serve your customers. Okay, because there is no discontinuity or there is a business continuity, you can have a confidence in that. Yeah, and this is also a very important question: what is not chaos engineering? Okay, because generally when you start doing something, we know what it is, but we don't know what is not inside that, okay, or what is not being covered in that. Okay, so first of all, chaos engineering is all about, it's not about randomness, okay, that we need to take care. So as I said before also, we need to have a proper planning, proper justification of what we are doing. Okay, so there is no randomness in chaos engineering. So whenever you do something, it's not that okay, I can do anything. We have a proper plan and no random experiments or random objectives we do. Okay, we only do as per our plan and a specific objective. Then unsupervised chaos we never do. Okay, whenever you run an experiment, there is supervision. You monitor properly, you take care of your experiments properly, and then only you proceed. Okay, and also unmonitored chaos experiments you don't do. Again, you monitor it properly, and even unexpected ones also you don't do. Okay, so unexpected one means like you're doing the experiment, suddenly you feel okay, I will do this experiment also. No, you don't do that. Okay, you will do as per your plan only. And breaking production by accident you will never do. When you are running, if you are planning a test in production or experiment in production also, then you need to take care that you don't break it, because once you break it you lose the confidence in what you are doing. Right, so you need to be very careful that you don't break the production. If at all you find some issue, you need to have a proper rollback plan, how you can roll back from that event. And creating outages, so you should not create any outages, that also you should take care.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like thinking that this course engineering is something we perform on the lower environment because
Correct, yes.
it's not
Mhm.
really nice.
Okay. So once you have done that, next is we need to add a GPG key. I generally, I think like you would have also seen this before. Generally, we use that. Um, yeah, before that, we'll add the Gremlin repo also. So first, we'll add the Gremlin repo. Yeah, we have added the Gremlin report. Now next is you'll add a GPG key. Basically, it's a privacy guard key, we call it. Basically, like see, there's some agent which you're installing, right? And how your agent will know whether, and even your machine will know that you are getting the request from a correct source, right? So this privacy guard, this GPG key will do that, okay? But you need to run this command for that, okay? So that key has been published, okay? So
You
now
didn't
next is,
you didn't you didn't add the second command you copied to the documentation.
yeah, I will copy, yes.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding. Right? So we have this. Okay. Yeah.
Good. That's good.
So yeah. Now we have added the GPG key. Now what we will do is we will install Gremlin. So to do that, run sudo apt update, sudo apt install Gremlin and Gremlin daemon. So run it. So whenever you are running these, okay, always take care of the output of the command what you are getting. Okay, you should not get any errors when you're running this, because errors you need to take care. You should not go to the next step if you get any errors. Warnings are fine. Generally 90% of the time warnings you can ignore, but the errors you need to fix it, okay, because errors generally happen due to some access issues, conflicts, so that you need to fix. Okay, mainly most of the time the error will be due to access, like you are not able to access a repo, or you are not having the proper permissions to do that. So you need to get that, or else what you need to do is you need to get the help of the people who have that permission to install it, right? So now we have installed Gremlin. So now the next step is you have installed a service, right? So you need to initialize that service also. So how do you do that? Just run Gremlin init. Okay. So once you enter Gremlin init, you will be asked for your team ID. So where do I get the team ID? So go to Gremlin. Now go back to Gremlin. Let me open Gremlin.
So after
Go
the
to the
installation, you run the gremlin init.
correct Gremlin init. That
Okay.
also I will enter. Let's say
Okay.
initialize. These are there in the slides. I will show you.
Mm-hmm.
Just all these commands are there in the slide. Okay. Now here, what you need to do is you need to get the team ID. So how do I get the team ID? Just click on this icon here. Go to account settings and go to security. Oh, sorry. Go to the team settings. Okay. Yeah, team settings and go to configuration. Here you will find the team ID and the secret key also. Okay. So team ID, let's copy it, copy ID and just paste it here somewhere. Okay. So, right. And next is you have to copy a secret key. So secret key is generally, I'm not resetting it, the account, they will lose the access. Okay. So I'm not
Okay.
doing that. I'll copy it, which we already have. Yeah. So we have it here. Okay.
Where you keep it might even confuse us. I think it should be after the initialize. init
Yeah,
command.
I'm doing that. Yes.
Yeah, because we want to do according to how you do yours, so we can
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Mm.
So basically, the thing is, you can follow this one also. This is module 3. So here you have those. I'll show you. Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the commands which we ran. Okay, just to
Okay.
show you. Yeah. So now we have the team ID and team secret. So just copy it. So team secret, you also need, everyone has to use the same thing because we are using the same account. Okay. So team secret remains same. So control C. So what I'll do is, now I've given the team ID, and when you're pasting the team secret, be careful because it doesn't display in front of you. Okay. So if you paste it twice, it will give an error. So I'm just pasting so now it's pasted. Though it's not coming in front of you, it's pasted. So don't press paste twice. Then you will get the error. Okay, so you will get this using for team ID and using for Gremlin identifier. That means your Gremlin has been initialized. Now to check whether Gremlin is properly initialized, just enter Gremlin check. So here main thing what you need to check is out of these logs, okay, this one should be okay. Eighth auth input type secret, okay, you should get okay. And also the credential everywhere you should get a this okay should be there. That's the main thing. And also at the end, the daemon, this also should be okay. If you don't see any of these, then there is some issue in the way you have installed it, or there is something missing. Okay, you need to take care. So now, yeah, our installation is complete. Now you go to Gremlin back, go to agents. You will see our agent here. So how do I see the agent? Go to the AWS, and what's the private IP here? 172.31.9.122. So we need to look for that. See this one, right? 172.31.9.122. Our agent has been created. So
So
now
it
we have,
comes into Gremlin automatically.
yes, because the agent has started. No, here we did
Okay.
Gremlin age check, so that agent is
Okay.
running. So basically, if I
Okay.
run top also,
So
just I run
so
top.
Gremlin is just like a dashboard right
Correct.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. So now we have the agent. Okay. So now just click on this attack host. Okay, and this just click attack this host. Okay. So now I have this host available to attack. Okay. So what I will do is I will just choose a gremlin. I'll choose a resource. I will go through this very detail. Okay, this is just a demo I'm giving you. So I'm just going through that. Just I will choose a CPU attack. Okay. And let's say I run it for around 3 minutes. Okay. And CPU capacity, let's say I hit 90%. Okay. And cores, I go to all cores. I unleash gremlin. So now my attack has is planned going to run. Okay, it's in a pending state now. I will explain you all this. Okay, in detail. Just I want to show you something like how, in a quick way, how you start an attack. Then we will go deeper into how you start the attack, what are the attacks, different attributes, and everything. This is just to check our agent is working properly and we are able to attack. So here, if I see now, see the gremlin is running, and if you see what's the CPU percentage, anyone? Are you able to observe?
Yeah, it's 89 point something, 90 maybe.
Yeah, it is fluctuating between 89 to 90 because we gave 90%, right? That's what our CPU capacity which we specified. So now Gremlin is running a CPU attack where the CPU is becoming 90 percentage. The utilization is 90%. So our agent is working properly. We are able to run the attacks. So our configuration is correct, right? So that our sanity is running now properly. Now, if I go back to Gremlin, here I can see for how long I am running, how many cores I am running it on. Currently, the machine is one core. Okay? So there's no multi-core here. So that's why It's just one core. And also that length, like how long I'm running, like it's running for like 3 minutes. So for 3 minutes, it will be 90%. And if you see the output also, you can see those basic outputs here, like what is happening in the background. If I click on CloudWatch metrics here, just click on this. I'll just copy it and open it in there. So you can see the CloudWatch related metrics here, where you can see the CPU utilization and state where it will shoot to 90%. Okay, as it progresses, I'll give it little lesser.
When you put the 90%, why is it
Yeah.
90? Why is it 90?
No, that you can do as per your test objective. Okay. So for example, yeah, I will explain you all this, but just since you are asked this question. So for example, if you want auto scaling, you want to test your auto scaling feature. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have kept it at, let's say, 70%. When your 70% pod utilization hits, you want to add new pod. Okay.
Okay.
So you can give 75% for your CPU attack.
Okay. So
Okay. So
this
based on
90,
your,
this 90 is just like
yeah,
utilization
any,
limit,
correct. Yes.
utilization limits, right?
Yes, correct.
O-
Yes. But
Okay.
even if you want to try with 100 also, you can try. Okay, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, can we check the like auto scaling also through Gremlin? Like, for example, I want to uh, reach the usage till 70%, and then there is a mechanism that new pod will be started.
Yes, yes.
So,
We in
those
this
kind
course
of
we will be correct, correct.
okay,
So in this course we will have a separate, totally separate scenario where we will be seeing how the auto scaling works, how you test the auto scaling using the command line interface itself. Okay. So we have a totally, and how you run the attack. I will be showing you that.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. But here we are focusing on mainly horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling example I won't be taking. Mainly on the horizontal scaling. Yeah, I will explain you what is horizontal, what is vertical, what is scale out, scale in, and all those. Yeah, I'll explain you. For not no need to get overwhelmed by hearing these terms if not someone is not aware. Okay. What all I'll be taking, I'll be explaining everything. I will not be jumping over any terminologies. Though I know I might not go very deep into that, but you will be getting an idea what it is. Okay.
Hey Vishnu, Neelima
Yeah.
here. How can we access the dashboard that you are using for the experiment?
Yes, yes. This one I haven't given you access yet. I will be adding you to my team
Okay.
once the final you join the course and all. I get a
Yeah, yeah.
confirmation. Yeah. So then I will be adding you as a member here, so you can utilize this